Hi Virgo, happy birthday to those of you who have a birthday towards the end of the month in August. This is your August Tarot and Oracle card reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and comment if this reading resonates with you, as that's very helpful for the channel. So Virgo, one of the things that kept coming up for me while I was tuning into your energy was this is going to be a month where relationships, I think, is going to play a big role. I think for those of you who, I heard that some of you, if you're kind of in might be kind of in a little bit of stagnancy or a rut in your relationship. I think that this month there's going to be kind of like a renewal or a reignition of passion. So that's going to be something that some of you can look forward to. I also saw that for those of you who are single or not even, actually I did see this for those of you who might not even be interested in a relationship, love just might be on your mind this month. Like because it kind of feels like that's the energy that wants to come in. So it may be, you may find that that's something that's like on your mind, something that you may feel like you want to go out and meet people, even if you've kind of been in a place where you haven't really been wanting that for a while. So I did see just kind of like connections with people kind of going out and going on dates, first dates, or and for those of you who are in a relationship, kind of wanting to spice things up, really getting to know each other again, and that kind of energy. So that was kind of nice. That's going to be, relationships is going to be the main theme, I feel like, for this month. So you have some really awesome cards coming up here for you. You have the Wheel of Fortune in your present situation and the Sun card crossing it with the World card on top. So major transitions, major new beginnings happening for you. This is very common. I feel like this is happening for a lot of signs right now. I think a lot of signs are transitioning into this new, path or new spectrum of, their awakening or new stage. I feel like for some of you, the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun card, I did hear that for those of you who are starting out on a new educational path, if you're worried about your performance or how well you're going to do, don't worry. I love that you have the Sun card crossing it. For this kind of is telling me, for those of you who are kind of nervous about, like for those of you who might be starting college or something like that, you're worried about how you're going to do, or if you're going to make it, or, if it's going to be too hard. I'm hearing from Spirit, don't worry about any of that. You're going to do great. I'm seeing that for those of you who are also starting off in college and kind of starting this new path, that it's going to be a very enjoyable experience for you. I feel like I'm tuning into maybe just a handful of you or a couple of you that have this on their mind. You're kind of questioning your ability, like you're kind of questioning, if you're going to do okay or not. This really is telling me that you're on a really good path. And then as you kind of walk the path, things are going to get easier, and you'll see that you're actually way better at it than you kind of gave yourself credit for. So there is some kind of questioning of your ability to kind of do something, and finding that once you start it, you're actually going to enjoy it and do really well at it. So that actually goes for, I'm also picking up now that for some of you, it could also be people who are starting off on projects or a new career or a new job. And those of you, I'm also hearing for those of you who are leaving your old job and kind of starting out on a new path, this is also a very auspicious time as well. The World card is your overarching kind of theme for what's going on for you, Virgo. And it kind of feels like there is this really big transition. The World card is the last card in the major arcana. So it's the end of the Fool's journey. It's like this graduation of this long period and stage in your life. And I feel like you're in this, you're transitioning, you're changing. And I think that that's just the kind of the overarching theme for August in general for a lot of signs. A lot of people are kind of going into this new stage. There's been a lot of cleaning and cleansing and healing and letting go of the old this past year and a half almost. And now we're kind of in this new place in our life. And that really, and I love that you have the Magician card in your past position, because that's kind of like, assessing like what we want to create. It's like you have all the skills, you have everything you need, and you're coming from this place of, starting out on new beginnings, new ideas, clarity, finding clarity with where you want to go from here on out, and figuring it out. I feel like there's many of you that are going into this this new stage in your life, or maybe even into August, where you have a lot of clarity in a sense of direction of where you want to go and what kind of things you're prioritizing or what you want out of your life. So for some of you, that's relationships, because that did show up quite significantly in your energy when I tuned in. But for some of you also, it could be work, it could be school, it could be a new job or a new career, it could be an advancement in your career as well, because all those opportunities are there for you. I really love that you have the Three of Pentacles here coming up in your future card. This is recognition. This is being acknowledged for some of the work that you've been doing, taking notice. There's some individuals that are being noticed for something that they've been putting out. In your present emotions, we have the Page of Wands. So this is executing on new ideas, kind of playing around, tinkering with different brainstorming ideas that are coming about. So I'm seeing for some of you who might be influencers, I'm seeing that you may have some ideas for, for some of you, maybe you want to start your own YouTube channel, and maybe you kind of want to play around with the setting or your style or something like that. There's kind of this exploratory vibe to Virgo this month, where you're having a lot of ideas, but you're not just kind of sitting there and thinking about them. I see you kind of looking at playing around, actually experimenting with it, getting the materials, getting the tools that you need and experimenting with it and seeing if it works, and if it doesn't, kind of trying the new thing and finding that sweet spot of what is authentic to your expression, or what's your style, or kind of what really resonates with you. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles here in your environmental sphere, which is hard work. It's recognition for your hard work. Eight of Pentacles is also, I really love this card. Eight of Pentacles is getting the opportunity to do the thing that you really love as your work. So maybe some of you are really, are going to get a chance to really enjoy. And then we have the Ten of Cups here in your hopes, dreams, and desires. So wanting that fulfillment. So back to the Eight of Pentacles, it's wanting to be able to, or it's getting the opportunity to be able to make an income and being able to live off of something that you're passionate about. So this is I consider this a very lucky card. I consider it being able to kind of just do what you're meant to do, like your skills and your talents, being able to put that to use, and also being recognized for it. So I really feel like those of you are going to get a chance this month to really use your God-given talents to really put yourself out there. And it's something that you enjoy doing. And on top of that, you're going to be able to make a living off of it. So that's going to be very enjoyable and promising for you, Virgo. Okay, so make sure you don't take on too many responsibilities. You may find that, there may be some new, a job. I'm feeling like there might be a new job or job opportunity or some project that you're giving yourself that may kind of feel like it's a lot of responsibility. So don't forget to delegate. That's what I'm hearing with the Ten of Wands up here is don't forget to delegate. Don't forget to, and then at the bottom of the deck, you have the Four of Swords. I'm sorry. The Four of Swords, which is rest and rejuvenation. So don't forget to take some time. Don't overwork yourself. That might be kind of something that you encounter this month where, you're just working really hard and you want to get those results. You want to get to this Ten of Cups here. But don't forget to relax. Don't forget to also let other people help you. I'm kind of getting this sense from the Ten of Wands of, someone wanting to do everything themselves because they're not really too sure that if you gave it to somebody else that they'll do it right. So make sure you kind of keep check on that and allow people to help you. Otherwise, you're going to find that you burn out and that you're just carrying too much weight, and you're going to end up needing this, a longer Four of Swords, like a longer term of rest and rejuvenation and kind of, making sure that you don't drain yourself there. So that's going to be the thing that's you may find that you kind of struggle with this month, is taking on too many responsibilities or being able to handle all of the things that's coming towards you. Beautiful things, but it just sometimes we can overwork ourselves a bit. Okay, clarifying card for the Sun and the Wheel of Fortune, please. Ooh, 2 cards here. Okay, Hanged Man, beautiful, and 6 of Earth. Wow, wonderful. Okay, so letting go of control is what I'm hearing. I feel like, there might be this sense that there may be some like worry. Do I have enough to be able to pursue my dreams, to be able to pursue what I want? And I'm hearing with the Six of Earth and the Hanged Man to not worry about it. You are in a transition phase. You are doing something new, and you're kind of like, it's kind of unknown, but I am hearing Six of Earth is a stability card. It's a card of either having more than enough or being able to, it's a card of generosity as well. It's about either you have enough to be able to give to others, or there could be generosity being given to you. So let people help you. That seems to be the message that's coming in through now, especially with the Ten of Wands and the Hanged Man here. It's kind of allowing yourself to let go of control a bit and letting people in, letting people help you, and letting people delegate. So that Six of Earth is generosity, and I'm hearing collaboration. So it would be beneficial if you could collaborate with others, especially for those of you who are influencers. I keep hearing that. So that could be really important, to allow yourself to open up to new things, new possibilities, opening yourself up to maybe things that you haven't thought of before. The Hanged Man I'm hearing is not trying to control everything, like allowing new ideas and things you haven't thought of before, to entertain those ideas and see. You may find that you actually really like it, that you may find that you try it and you try like someone else's idea and it actually works out great. And so that can really help you open and expand. And I'm hearing that allowing yourself to do that will also help gain that attention towards you. It'll help gain that recognition. A lot of opportunities opening up for you, Virgo. I'm seeing fashion. So maybe some of you are fashion designers or working to become a fashion designer. Some of you might be in school for fashion design. So this is going to be really good for you as well. I'm hearing that there's something in this message for you if that's you. Okay, we'll call Messenger of Water. Again, this card is listening to others. It's about kind of having this empathy and being able to understand others, and also kind of getting to know other people and collaborating with them and kind of meeting people where they are. So there's kind of like this diplomatic working with others, business deals, learning how to negotiate. That's the vibe that I'm getting here. This is going to open up a lot of avenues for you. This is working with other people, collaborating with other people is going to be very, very helpful for you, Virgo, this month. Some of you also might meet a romantic partner in the work sphere this month too, is what I'm hearing. By allowing yourself to kind of open up and not have your walls up, is going to help attract, more options towards you in terms of friendships, business partnerships, and love this month. Wow. Okay. Five of Earth. All right. So some of you might be coming from a place where you were unhappy with your income. You might have felt like you lost some money. You lost some, opportunities even. And so I like how that was clear. The Magician was clarified by the Five of Earth, because it could have motivated you or catalyzed some of you to kind of take matters into your own hands and reassess, like, okay, so how do I get the wealth that I want, or the abundance that I want, or the love and relationships that I want? So I think that kind of helped spark that this, this loss or setback might have helped like inspire you to kind of like, well, this is not what I want. And I want to kind of build, like you were unhappy with what you were getting. So it kind of motivated you to kind of figure out how to get that, and, really inspired some new ideas and gain clarity, because you kind of went in search of that. So it helped you gain clarity and what path you need to walk in order to get what you want. I keep feeling like that Ten of Cups is where you were wanting to go. Yeah. And so taking action on that. So there's a lot of energy here where you're like pushing forward, moving forward, taking matters into your own hands. There's a lot of high intensity, like I just want to be motivated and driven. So that, I feel like that's going to really benefit you this month. You're going to start seeing results from that. Okay, Three of Pentacles. Nine of air. Okay. So don't worry about what people think of you. I'm hearing that you may find that you're gaining some kind of attention, and maybe you might find yourself in your head a lot. Nine of air is not being too concerned about people's opinions. You may hear that, you may hear feedback or criticism or things like that. So this is maybe something that you're going to need to maybe address, and maybe that kind of may cause you to kind of need to retreat or take some rest here and there. Make sure you lean on people that are around you. I am seeing a lot of characters coming into your sphere in the month of August. So, and maybe not all of them, maybe some are unsavory, like maybe some may cause some kind of cause you to doubt yourself or kind of get in your head a bit. Nine of air is a nine of swords traditionally, and it's usually kind of like being up in your mental space and thinking a lot, really thinking about what someone said to you or how they're making you feel. So that's going to be something I'll caution you towards this month is, you may meet some people that trying to knock you off your throne or trying to knock you off balance. And it's going to be very important for you to make sure you build that self-worth and self-esteem, and you stick to this, you make sure that you practice some self-love and some self-care, and you set your boundaries too. You don't need to entertain anybody or anything that makes you feel really awful about yourself. So that's not going to be helpful for you. So that's going to be something I'll caution you towards this month, that you may kind of come across people who have just their opinions, and just like always, everyone always has an opinion about everything. So that's going to be something that you might have to kind of set your boundaries with there. Okay, so let's see the Page of Wands here. Yeah, Page of Wands. Page of Air. Wow, beautiful. Oh my goodness. Okay. So again, we have clarity on ideas and what kind of things that you're going to practice with. So again, with the Page of Wands, I did see you kind of like playing around with different ideas that you have. And I kind of feel like by doing that, like this trial and error, or throwing things at the wall and see what sticks, this is going to give you clarity in what direction you want to go in. And I'm hearing that may also apply for relationships as well. Some of you may find that you're dating, like you're going on these first dates. You may be on those apps or, websites where you're kind of meeting people, and, it seems like there's like lots of options for you, and you're kind of just seeing what's out there and see what you connect with the most. Beautiful. Okay. So 8 of Pentacles, clarified by the 7 of Earth. I'm hearing that some of you may be able to create sustainable income for yourselves from the work that you're putting out. Enough so that you're going to it will give you an opportunity to look at all that you've built and see what you want to do with it. 7 of Earth is always kind of coming back to like reassessing, going to the drawing board and looking at where you are right now and where you want to go from here. A lot of times with 7 of Earth, I always think of like investments, or, do I want to save the money? Do I want to invest in something? Do I want to do something with it so I could grow and expand? So you may find yourself having a sizable enough income to kind of look at your funds and seeing where you can go from there. Maybe some of you are investing in stocks, something like that. So that could be on your mind this month. Transformation. Wow, beautiful. Okay, so again, I'm seeing that there may be some significant developments in your home life or in your love life. Like that kind of feels like it's going to play a major role this month. I feel like there's this spark in passion and romance and kind of like really paying attention to each other's needs. I'm seeing that maybe some partners may be kind of like wanting to spice up their love life a bit more and wanting to kind of do something different or change it up a bit just to kind of reignite that spark. And I think that by doing that, it will kind of bring this newer, fresher energy to the relationship that will help it feel like it did before, is what I'm hearing. That's something that we kind of change and revamp in the relationship. I'm sorry, I should really be having these cards here. I just got carried away with the message. So there you go. I'm talking about these two cards here. So something that will be different, something changing it up a little bit will kind of reignite this. It will, I'm seeing like a stream of water, like something flowing again, like a river flowing again. And it's beautiful. There's a river in the card here. So there's this happiness. So it's kind of like if something feels like it became dried up or stale or just kind of, it wasn't flowing. I kind of feel like there's this transformation that's happening in the home life there as well. Some of you could also be kind of reconnecting with your family. So maybe if you haven't had a lot of time to spend with your kids or your husband or your wife or your partner, there's kind of like this opportunities to kind of reconnect with family. So maybe some of you decide that, okay, well, every Saturday we're going to go bowling. We're going to have these like game nights on Saturdays. So family can connect again. And there can be this sense of community and support system within one another. Cause that could have become something that got put on the back burner this past year or past couple years, just depending on, where you've been in your life. It's been, other things might have been taking priority or precedence. But this month, it kind of feels like there's a reprioritizing of family and relationships to kind of bring in this flow back into your life. Okay. The Ten of Wands. What is the Ten of Wands about? I'm hearing that, working very hard to build something. Some of you might be literally building a house, actually. I've never seen that with this card before, but it kind of feels like some of you may be physically building a house, like you're kind of just wanting to do that. And I feel like, did I say, no, that might have been, there's like a renewal in not a renewal, I'm sorry. There's a branching off of kind of wanting to do other stuff on the side of your work. So like if some of you have like a main job or something, I think that could also refer back to this Seven of Earth, where you have enough income, you have enough support where you kind of want to start some side projects or you want to start something new or different. But I did see for some of you, this Ten of Wands, it kind of, the picture I saw was, someone kind of carrying these to build actually their own home or their own thing. So this could also be symbolism of wanting to create your own wealth. So it could be, you want to become an independent business or you want to kind of branch off and do something different. There could be this taking on extra responsibility that could be kind of like a balancing act for you in the beginning. Let's see what we have. Let's clarify the Ten of Wands here. Ace of Earth. Wow, beautiful. Okay. I love the Ace of Earth. I really think it might be one of my favorite cards. It's a card of prosperity and good luck for those of you who are starting off on new business ventures or careers or like a new path there. Yes, it may come with a lot of work. And yes, it may come with a lot of responsibility. But again, don't forget to ask for help and don't forget to delegate. But this is a really good sign. So it's going to this doesn't feel like a burden. Oftentimes, Ten of Wands can come off as, for those, they're just carrying too much of a weight and it's a burden and it's over and it's done. But I just kind of feel like with the Ten of Wands that some of you are just upgrading or moving on to something else that's more of a responsibility than what you're used to or what you've had so far. It does seem like it's on a new path. And so I kind of feel like it may be a little bit heavy. So just don't forget to ask for help there. I'll leave that at that. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Fire, which is really beautiful. It's kind of like being able to create and have something manifest out of what you're creating. It's a very abundant card. It's a very, it's being able to use what you know. There is a level of expertise or professionalism that comes with this card. It's kind of like knowing what works and what doesn't, knowing who to trust and who not to trust. And I kind of feel like, it usually comes up for those who have been in a field for a long time and kind of have explored the ins and outs of, a field or something, even in a relationship, if you've kind of have been out there for a while, you really know people, you know yourself. So it's kind of like, you know what you're looking for, and you know what you want something to look like. So it's kind of like really holding on to your vision and going forward in that vision, staying vigilant and staying hopeful, and having that faith that things are going to show up in the way that you want them to show up, because you know exactly what you're looking for. It's like there's this clarity, which I love. We have the Ace of Swords here. There's a clarity in your vision. You know what you want and you're going for it. So I really love the Nine of Fire there. I did see like a vision of, someone kind of like a movie producer, like, he has a vision for what he wants this movie to look like. He knows what kind of cameras to use, or angles, or, how he wants the actors, where he wants them positioned, or, I'm not a movie producer, so I have no idea how that industry works. But, that's kind of what I was getting. That's what I was picking up on in the images, where like you have a vision for something and you want what you want it to look like. And you've been in the industry long enough to know how to create that, how to make that happen. And you're using your skills, just like Eight of Pentacles here. You're using your skills, your talents, to be able to manifest that. This is a huge manifestation month here. Just don't forget to ask for help, and don't forget to pace yourself. You may find that like things are happening really quickly and really fast. So just don't forget to rest and relax, and take those moments to come back to yourself. Okay, so let's pick out a guidance card here for you. Guidance card for Virgo for the month of August. Open your heart. Beautiful. And again, yeah, it really did seem like this is in two ways. One of them is to open your heart to listening to other people's ideas, and to listening to what other people have to bring to the table, because it really could help. So that collaboration there. And another part is opening your heart back up to a partner. So I did see that if there was kind of some stagnancy, or maybe something happened within a relationship that kind of put like this block on the relationship, where you guys haven't been able to connect in the way that you wanted to connect, and it's left you both of you feeling kind of maybe deprived in that area in your life. I feel like in the month of August, there's going to be a renewal in romance. There's going to be like this refresh in romance, and going on like a romantic date, or kind of trying out different things just to kind of see what will bring that spark back. And I really feel like this is a good month to do that. Okay. So what is Virgo challenged with in the month of August? What is Virgo's challenge card in the month of August 2021? Solitude. Wow. Okay. You might have a hard time to find time to do this. You might just find yourself very busy this month. And so you might have a hard time finding time to just yourself, or having like that quiet moment. There just may be too much going on. All good. It does really seem like it's all good. You may have to come across some people who are, have their opinions. And you may have to kind of deal with some of that criticism and things of just whatever people are saying to you. So that may come up. But apart from that, I think that a lot of the things that's going on with you is just you have a lot of projects. You kind of have this renewal in relationships, meeting up, collaborating. Maybe you have to travel here and there. So a lot of activity, lots of energy this month for you. And you just may find it hard to kind of take a moment to relax and rest and rejuvenate. So that's going to be your challenge card for this month. It's a really beautiful card, by the way. I really love it. Illumination. I'm going to pick another one here. It says your hope card for the month of August. So I really feel like for some of you who have been trying to figure something out, something that feels like it's kind of eluding you. So maybe there's a problem at work, or there's a problem in a relationship, or something like that, where it's kind of been foggy, and you haven't been able to come to a conclusion, or you haven't been able to figure out a problem. I feel like in the month of August, something will become clear, and something you will figure out. You will figure it out, and it will kind of open up it will open up the pathway for you. Freedom. Love it. Beautiful. I also think that this freedom card, what came to mind was those of you who are starting out on a new business. I kind of feel like, or even for those of you who are starting off on a new degree or school, I kind of feel like it will bring a new sense of freedom to you as well. It will kind of open up doors for you to, go on to the next project, or, kind of leeway into something else, like a tree with many branches. So it's kind of like, as you're kind of walking towards or walking on this path, even in your relationship, or in career, it just goes to another level. It just goes to another avenue. And it's kind of like you're exploring it, and you're allowing life to just unfold, and you're kind of going along for the ride, and you're enjoying it, because I feel like a lot of you are doing work that you really love, you really enjoy, and you're really good at. So that's going to be really, really fun for you. And at the bottom of the deck here, I wanted to point this out. You have the love card, which is really beautiful. So yeah, love is going to play a major role this month. I really think that you're going to be in your heart space. I see a lot of you bringing your walls down. I encourage you to bring your walls down this month, because it's going to open you up to a lot of things that are available to you. And so trying not to have control over every aspect, and allowing kind of things to come to you and see what's being presented to you, may shift your perspective into, seeing things that you've never thought of before, doing something different that you've never done before. And that will really refresh your energy and refresh, the energy that's coming to you, the opportunities that come to you. Okay, what is Virgo's animal totem right here? Oh, beautiful. Be generous of spirit. Yeah. And you did have the Six of Earth here, which is generosity. It's a card of generosity. And I feel like that is, it's kind of like this leadership role, so maybe some of you are taking a leadership role this month, or you're taking kind of like this leadership role in your life, you're taking charge of things, and you're very clear on your vision. You can see in his face in the lion that there's he's looking straight on, and it kind of just, he's an authority. He knows what he's doing. Kind of same with the Nine of Fire. You know what you're looking for, and you are allowing yourself to see what is presented in front of you, but you know what you're looking for at the same time. So you're kind of picking and choosing to see, you'll know it when you see it, right? So you're looking for something, and so all these options or people will come in front of you, and you'll know exactly who to pick or what opportunity to pick when you see it, because you know what you're looking for. So I hope that was clear. That's kind of what but you're also, the generosity there is kind of allowing people or allowing things to kind of giving them a chance, and opening up your mind. Okay, let's pick one more card. Virgo and relationships for the month of August 2021. What is Virgo's relationship card? Love that. That's beautiful. See, this card kind of reminds me of this renewal in this passion, and kind of exploring and seeing what works and what doesn't, and kind of asking each other, what do you like and what do you not like, and that kind of thing. So it's kind of relearning these kinds of things, and honoring each other, and honoring what, and also asking ourselves, what do I like? Did I ever ask myself, what kind of things in a relationship I like and I appreciate, and have I ever communicated that to my partner, and vice versa? So kind of honoring each other, and understanding each other's love languages is going to be important, and it'll really help to open up. I want to put these two cards together because I kind of feel like they go really well together here. Opening up your heart and kind of allowing that. And it almost kind of feels like they're in the same position here, where she's laying down and he's in that same position. And it kind of seems like the same here as well, where you can see the figure of the man there. So it's kind of like allowing yourself to just enjoy whatever is coming towards you. Let's see what the message is here. Sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. I love that. Beautiful. Yeah. It's going to be a really enjoyable month for you, Virgo. I really hope that you enjoy this month and you do get a chance to rest and relax and rejuvenate. So those are the couple things that I would warn you about, is overworking and kind of just keep people's opinions, that just take it with a pinch of salt. Or, I mean, unless you find that, someone has something valid to say. Sometimes the truth can hurt, but it could be helpful sometimes when we really listen to what someone is trying to tell us. So just be discerning there. But if it hurts, don't, you know what to do. Okay. Have a wonderful birthday month, Virgo, and I will see you for September. Bye.